Now, you're going to need a bowl to mix everything. You're going to need a cup to measure things. You're going to need flour, and I know you guys bought a lot of flour. And you're going to need some salt, and a little bit of oil, and maybe some color. Okay, so let's start. First, we're going to measure the salt, okay? And we're going to do it this way. We're going to add 1 cup of salt, and then we're going to add 3 cups of flour to it. I'm going to make it right in front of you so you can see how I do it, and you can repeat it. Now, my salt has clumps, so that's not the best, but it will do, okay? Salt goes in, and now we don't need it anymore, so we can put it away. Then we're going to open up a little bit of flour. Whoop-de-doo. And we're going to measure how many cups? 1, 2, 3 cups of flour. Exactly. Now, whoop-de-doo. I'm not measuring it quite well, but it doesn't quite matter because you can adjust it in the end. Okay, now mix it. 1, come on. Whoop, whoop. Well, then we're gonna count this as 2.5. And, okay, this is the third one, but we'll just do half. Okay, I think we'll be good for now. And now I'm the flour monster. Okay, so now guys, let's mix it a little bit. You can use a spoon, or because, you know, if you don't have a spoon, you gotta use your fingers. So mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. And if there's little clumps of salt or anything, you're gonna have to break it up. Mix it, mix it, mix it. It's kind of like you're making cookies, but you're gonna be making bacteria from them. You can still bake them after, just let them dry, and then you can play with them. Now, we need to mix it well. And then we're going to add just a little bit of oil, kind of like a spoonful of oil, even half a spoonful will be okay. I normally just do just a little bit, and I don't really measure it as much. Okay, let's do just a teensy little bit. Up. That should be enough. And now the water. So I've chosen a little bit of yellow. That's probably not going to be enough, but I'll add 1/2 of this, and I have a little bit of red, so this will be about 1 cup so far. Now I'm going to mix it. It's gonna be a little messy, but it's really fun to mix it. So you can play with this at home, and you can use the same recipe to actually make a lot of other things. It doesn't have to be bacteria, it could be many things that you like. Later on, we're going to be using the same recipe to make Play-Doh, so we can make some yeast and other cells. And you can also play and make all sorts of interesting things with them. You can make different stories and invent new things, or you can just, you know, pretend to bake cookies. Now, mix it a little bit more. Now, there's still a lot of flour that hasn't mixed in, so we have to really make sure that everything is mixed. If it's too dry, just add a little bit more water, and if it gets a little too sticky, then just add a little bit of flour, and you can just adjust it so that it's right for you. There's no recipe exactly to how you have to make it. You just have to feel it and decide what's best for you. Okay, I think I'm going to add just a little bit more, and now I have blue, so we're gonna add this one, and this should be enough, I think, for our lovely bacterial dough. Now, what we're going to try to do is, we'll try to do the 3 types of bacteria. The ones that look like balls, the ones that look like sticks, and what was the third one? The ones that look like corkscrews, yes. Okay. A little bit more mixing. So, if you notice, one of the bacteria, the E. coli guy, actually had something sticking out. It was like little strings, or we call them... We We call them flagella, and they use this for swimming. They use them for many different things, including attaching to ourselves and doing bad things. But we can make them really cool with those. So we can choose some of our bacteria to actually have flagella, and other ones do not. We can make a few bacteria to be stuck together because they like to party together, and we can add some eyes to some of the other ones so we can make them cute. Not that they really have eyes, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it. Okay, so here is our Play-Doh. It's best if you actually needed more, but because this is gonna get really long, I'm going to skip this part, so I'm just going to pretend that this is done now. Okay, so here is my Play-Doh. Has many different colors. It's like unicorn Play-Doh. And now, let's try to make the different shapes. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit here. Alrighty. So, first things first. Let's try to make the round ones, okay? The cockeye. So, I'm going to take a little bit of Play-Doh, and I'm going to shape it into a ball. And here's one caucus, okay? And I want to add a little bit more, okay? Because it's lonely. It wants a friend, okay? So we're going to, squish. And make another one. So they can be friends together, okay? They can be stuck together. We can add a third one, and now they're going to have a party. Okay, so here's a third one. That one got a little bit bigger, but that's all right. Okay, so now we have those three guys. Next thing, let's do the oval ones. Okay, I think I actually have a little bit of the green ones still left, so maybe I'll do those green. Okay, this one you can still make into a bowl. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Okay, and then you kind of just roll it on the table until it becomes the right shape. Hup. Here we go. Okay, let's add another one. Give him a friend. Okay, so remember, first we make it into a ball. Maybe first we squish it a little bit to make it into one piece. Then we roll it into a ball, and we put it on the table, and we start rolling back and forth, not pressing too much. We don't want to squish it completely, but you want to make it a little bit longer, like a sausage in a way. Okay, so here we go. We have those two guys. Now, remember, we can give them some eyes, and we can also give them some tails or flagella. For example, you can cut some string if you like. Have this one, and you can make a little divot here. You can add a few of these, like this. Okay. I think that's enough. And now you can close it. Whoops, stay inside. Don't be a silly bacterium. And now, this guy actually can swim. And it's really cool. It's coming for you guys. It's coming for you. It's coming for you. Ah! Okay. We're gonna leave the other one without, or guess what? We can add a few on the side, okay? Because it doesn't have to be on the bottom. It can actually be right here on the side. All right, it could be like this. Now, there's the third one. Remember, the ones that look like corkscrews, and they were really, really, really skinny. So what we're going to use is a pipe cleaner. So you can cut a pipe cleaner in two, or you can use a whole one. And what you have to do is, you have to take a pen or a pencil. You have to put your thumb on it, like this, and then start twisting around, okay? And while you do this, you're actually creating the shape of those bacteria, the corkscrew. And then open up, and you can even stretch it a little bit. And here you go. You have your last shape. Hey guys, now that you made your own bacteria out of Play-Doh, I wanted to show you another experiment that shows you how cool washing hands with soap is. Because germs, like bacteria, are also sticking to your hand because of the oil and the grease, and you need to use some soap to wash it off. Now for this experiment, you're going to need some milk, a little bit of soap, a Q-tip, and some food coloring. I've chosen blue, red, and yellow. Now, have you ever wondered what milk is actually made out of? For the most part, it's made out of water. But apart from water, there's also a little bit of oil or fat in it. And that's usually the big number in the front. Whether it's 3%, 2%, or 0%, this really means how much fat or oil there is inside of this milk. Now, the oil, you can't really see it if you look at the milk, but it's there and you can make it dance, okay? So let me show you how it works. So you're going to take your food coloring, and you can use an eyedropper, a pipette, whatever you want. And you just carefully, without pushing and mixing, you're going to add 1, 2, up to 3 drops, okay? Then you're going to take your other food coloring. I've chosen the red one. You're going to make 1, 2, 3. It's important not to push this, because if you push it, the colors will mix. We don't want them to mix just yet, okay? Then you can take your yellow. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now, the fun part begins. Remember that soap can actually hold on to both oil or fat and water. So now, once we put a drop of soap in there, it's going to start chasing all of the fat or of the oil in there. And as it's chasing the fat and the oil, it's going to be moving the water, and all the colors on top will also be moving and mixing, and it's going to become like a real beautiful picture that is changing every second. So we're going to add a little bit of soap to the Q-tip or the cotton swab. Okay, and now we'll just slightly touch, not mixing, just touching. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Did you see what happened? Let's touch here. Hop. There. Here. There. Here. There. And now, as the soap is chasing the fat, the colors on top are also moving around, creating this awesome, beautiful picture. And you can keep doing this until they start to mix. And it really becomes a beautiful motion picture, if you like. Do you guys want to try to do this at home? It's really simple and it's really beautiful. You can't really see it very well, but once you do it, you're going to see how beautiful it looks. Well, that one moved a lot. How about here? Let's add a little more. A little bit more soap. Whoop. Whoop. Awesome. It's really fun to do it. I can play with this all day long. Okay, I probably shouldn't play with this.